Welcome to another reading and correcting of Shattered Salvation with me, Kindar, the Tiger Writes, and I, the Tiger Supervisor. Oh, okay, if you want to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Twitch. Today we are doing chapter. The gymnasium was large, but not quite matching the room where they'd had breakfast. Alex noted the floor was marked with squares, and less than half of them were occupied by men and women fighting. Most were unarmed, but some had staves, knives, and a pair fought with swords. Take off your jacket and shirt. I hope you're not planning on having us fight naked. Let's find a peg to hang his jacket on. Don't think they'll appreciate that. Naked, was the waitress insisted. Considering the state those fight left Alex in, if it had been in anyone other than the Somalian, he would have thought he avoided seeing him. Put his shirt over the jacket. Move your knives, all of them. He looked at Tristan. That means clipping the claws in. Again, unclipping the sheath and putting them to pockets. We are using something different. Tristan was looking along the wall at the variety of weapons there. He picked a set, and Alex was done divesting himself of his. Alex caught them, one in each end, 1.5 foot long stick of what looked like wood. On a hunch, he tapped them together and sparks erupted. Sunstick. Tristan was on him, and Alex parried. Sparks cascaded off of them. Not stun stick, electro stick. Stun sticks only shocked long enough to stun, hence the name. Electro stick kept going as long as there was contact. They were easily fatal. Alex backed and sidestepped, getting a feel for the by the way Tristan moved them, and first time using them. Of course, it was like he knew how to use every weapon ever invented. Tristan struck again, and Alex jumped back to avoid. There was a ding, and the circle he was now in was blinking. Joined him. They were officially in fighting space. Tristan came at him hard, but Alex had a feel for the stick, parried easily, stepping aside each time, following the line but not getting close. He had a feeling he wouldn't like what happened if he tried crossing it. Alex fell in the rhythm of the move, their sticks clanging and sparking. When he moved for the next parry, Tristan's sticks weren't there. He hadn't moved with the coming attack. He'd been lured into the trap of the rhythm on purpose. The sticks impacted his shoulder, and pain sent him. It wasn't the blow that made him see stars. It was. He gritted his teeth, off to his feet, just as Tristan said up. Tristan had his back to him, walking to the edge of the circle. Alex only had one working arm, but wasn't going to let that stop him. It only took Alex 2 long steps to reach him, but Tristan's ears twitched, and Alex knew he'd expected these. Alex jumped back as Tristan spun and struck air. Alex landed, steadied himself, and blocked the coming blows. Tristan wasn't striking as fast as he, just enough to keep Alex on the, having only one of them to defend with. Wait, what? Alex landed himself and blocked the coming. Tristan wasn't striking as fast as he could, just enough to keep Alex on the defensing. The defense being only defend with. He didn't let the tingling in his arm distract him. The sensations coming back. He kept track of his fallen stick as they moved around the circle, just at the edge of the line. On Tristan's next attack, Alex rushed him, planted an elbow in his side, and threw himself to the floor. He grabbed the stick as Tristan let out a curse. He got back to his feet and stepping off the circle's line, his fur standing on end. Alex attacked him, didn't have the strength to raise his other arm yet. Tristan blocked, struck back. Alex spun out of his reach. He caught sight of someone standing in an elevated observation booth. He blocked the next strike. Firing is here. struck. Tristan moved to parry, but Alex moved his other hand and struck Tristan's. It spasmed, sending the sticks to the floor. The stick to the floor, and it to the floor. And it rolled out of the circle. Tristan shook his hand, regaining control of it faster than Alex had. They circled each other. Alex wouldn't. It didn't matter how. He was the one with two. Tristan only got more dangerous in an inferior position. If this had been for fun, one of their training sessions, he would have continued like this. How Tristan gained the advantage. But this wasn't fun. Tristan had a point to make. Alex threw both sticks aside. Why don't we really fight? Lyle, are you sure? Alex dodged the stick, aimed at his head, and ran at the Somalian. Fist flying and connecting, but nowhere they were felt. When Tristan struck back, Alex felt it, but he didn't show it. Took it and attacked again. He was always sore after training. Why? He was now buying painkillers at a case. On his next attack, Alex got under Tristan, punched him on the side hard enough to make him wince. It gave him a handful of seconds to plan an attack. The neck was out of the question. Somalians had bones around the windpipe protecting. And because this was Tristan, groin wouldn't do any good. It would just piss him off. Alex never wanted to deal with an angry Tristan. Tristan was back faster than Alex expected again, and launched a flurry of blows that had Alex on the till he let one through. He forced himself to move in spite of the pain, grabbed a shoulder for leverage, and planted his knee in the same side he punched earlier. Tristan pushed him away, and he made a mistake. Tristan was holding his side, breathing hard, but the look in his eyes promised Alex a pain like he hadn't felt before. Alex didn't bother planning. They were beyond that. When Tristan came at him, Alex simply reacted, blocking, dodging, parrying, and taking more blows than he managed to give. As the fight progressed, Alex felt himself slipping toward letting go of all control. And as any time it happened, he felt himself smile. This was going to be a fight to be. Punch hit him hard in the jaw and sent him down, his head ringing on the padded floor. Up, Tristan panted. Alex didn't even try. His body wouldn't respond to him. He glanced at the clock hovering above the circle, and smiled to himself. It lasted almost a full extra minute since the last all-out fight. He closed his eyes and wondered if unconsciousness would take him this time. Someone clapped. I snapped. That wasn't as a fight, man said. Your reputation as a fighter is deserved, I see. Alex glared at her, the way she was eyeing Tristan. That wasn't fighting. Forced himself to sit. Held his side. Might have broken her. Alex was amazed his jaw wasn't broken. She looked at Alex, annoyed. Look around. You see any dead bodies? No. Then this wasn't fighting. He readied himself and bit back a groan and got to his feet. This was training. You don't want to see him fight. You don't have the constitution for it. Alex. The warning in the tone wasn't the playful one they used on the ship. Alex was in enough pain to almost not care. He was pissed at this woman who thought she could have what was his, just because she had more money than Space got. Probably. Oh, almost. It wasn't a beating he'd received, deservedly so. If he continued, that stopped him. It was the knowledge that he'd have interfered in one of Tristan's plans. Interfered in. He had set this up. He had set this up. He'd wanted her to see them fight. He turned to face Tristan and did you come just to watch us train? Asked. Alex closed his eyes. He couldn't watch Tristan's action ogling. He couldn't risk seeing even a hint of fabricated interest. If he saw that, he was going to lose it and kill her. Whatever she'd expected, disappointment in her voice made it clear she hadn't gotten it. You are an impossible man. Once you've cleaned up, come to the Geofam hospital. My grandfather will be in to see us. Grabbed Alex's jacket and open hall opposite the observation deck he stood on. Alex followed him, showers calling. Tristan opened the locker, threw Alex's things in, and rounded on Alex. This has to stop. Don't act surprised. It's what you wanted. It's what you want. Alex and the other couples getting dressed, their direction. And the other couple getting dressed, glancing at the carpet. Tristan did give him a surprised look. Alex rolled his eyes. You do everything to keep me wondering where I stand with you. So you can't act surprised when I have a problem when a woman, of all thing, throws herself at you. Instead of anger, Tristan looked at him, disappointed. Alex, I told you I have no interest in her. She might throw herself at me, but there's no chance I'll catch her. Alex forced himself to calm down. Believe you. Took off his pants. Didn't. The Lady Priyan had taken care of his excitement. Just can't help it. There's something about her that just sets me off. First, she makes me feel like I'm just one more conquest. That I don't deserve you. That she's the one you should be with. Threw his pants in the locker. Fuck this. When he looked at Tristan, the Somalian's face was guarded. I'm not going to throw a fit. One thing, I really don't need another beating today. I know my place. We're out of here, away from her. It'll be better. He headed for the showers before. He didn't want to see Tristan. He was sufficiently afraid that he would react immediately at that sight. He rushed for a stall when just the idea of Tristan naked made him react. Alex was okay with being naked in public. He hadn't had any choice in the matter. Tristan possibly because her, not that it hid anything important as concerned, didn't believe in wearing clothing unless they were working. Alex had learned to be comfortable with nudity, but showing his excitement was another matter. The shower came on as he entered the store. The water far too warm. He pulled it down and began washing. Water showers were something frequent. He enjoyed each one. Not all of Tristan's ship were well equipped as the one they were using. He felt the presence behind him more than heard the door. He merited himself for getting too wrapped up. He rinsed the soap off his face and turned, only to find the door in the process of closing, but no there. Maybe it had just been someone who hadn't noticed the stall was occupied until they were in. Tristan slapped the control to lock the door. Back to washing. Concludes chapter 8 of Shattered Salvation. If you are enjoying this, please leave a like. If you want to know when the next chapter will be up, subscribe and hit the bell. If you want to read the story as well as the other in the series, they are available on all major e-retailers. If you want to support me, that's on my Patreon. You can also get access to basically everything I've written. If you want to listen to these live, it's every Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, Twitch. The links are in the notes, and with that, I shall wish you a good day.